Hey, yo, what up, Bodega Podcast? You already know who it is. It's one half of the sexiest Puerto Rican studs on this planet, Ortiz, baby. And shout out to all the Bodega Podcast listeners. Ow.
Yo, this is the Lucha Thug, the one-man Lucha gang, El Rey Gordo himself, the King Fat Boy Papo Esco, and y'all rocking with the Urban Wrestling Network.
It's your boy, the young GOAT, one half of Injustice, Hot Fire Myron, and you're listening to Urban Wrestling Network. Thank you.
This is Josef Samael from Contra Unit, and you're watching the Urban Wrestling Network.
What's good? It's Tristan Ty, a.k.a. Ikuro Kwon. You're watching Urban Wrestling Network. Hail Contra!
Christi Jaynes, and you're listening to the Urban Wrestling Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's really good? It's the OG Boricua Dandada, a.k.a. the Boricua Mamba. I'm throwing it out there. It is what it is. I finally got the big homie back. He's dealing with his surgery. My brother, how do you feel?
Man, I just want to say thank you so much for everybody, their thoughts, their prayers, all the messages that I'm getting on Instagram and Twitter. Appreciate you, man. 2 weeks out of back surgery. Got my L4, L5, little conjunction there. They put the discs. So they took out the old discs, clean them up, then put some new discs. I got that new NAS, that Mob Deep. I got in there now, and the disc back there. I got a 3 to Infinity. So, I got some hip-hop discs now in my back. So, everybody, I'm bopping along, man. Bopping along, baby. Yeah, man. Yeah, 2 weeks, man. But pretty soon, hopefully a couple of more weeks, I'll be able to be running around, jumping and crowd surfing like the old days.
You know what, man? And obviously we're a wrestling podcast, but what I'm going to say, because I didn't bring it up, you did, and it's the homie from my home. King's Disease 2 is one of the best albums I've ever heard. And that's the new Nas album, absolute fire. You bring it up, so I had to say something. It's QB all day, every day. I
was very surprised by it too. To be honest with you, I actually like it, man. I was like, okay. Now he's still throwing fire out here and still got some good production. So I'm like, all right. I'm feeling that Nas.
Nas and Hit Boy killed that. And we are an MLW podcast, and unfortunately, we keep getting pushed back, it seems like, due to COVID and everything else, because Texas has that Delta variant that's absolutely insane. They pushed it back from, September? It wasn't the 11th, right?
September 11th. That's
and
now the war chamber. Now I got pushed to like March of next year.
Yeah, I think March. I want to say 30.
March. Yeah, something like that. But now what happens is now everything's getting, now that they lost Dallas. Now the next show will be to October 2nd, which will be, down in Philly. But then we're still waiting on the one Alpha show, and we're still waiting on the episodes from July that they did there in Philly. We still haven't seen those episodes yet drop. They gave us the Brawl. Battle Riot 3, and they gave us a little taste of what was going to come, and then we haven't seen anything since except for repeats. And unfortunately, it's not MLW's fault. It's just COVID, and they cannot jump ahead because they just can't put all the new stuff out, and then something happens in Philly. Now all the stuff is gone, and they're back to stop again. So.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because you got everybody wanting to put the blame on who the reason why this keeps spreading. First off, I don't care if you have the shots, don't have the shots. Please just wear a mask. It's the only thing we ask you. Just wear a mask.
I have the shots. Everybody in my house has the shots. We still wear masks. I don't care if you don't have them. wear a mask. I mean, if you don't want to, if you're against it or whatever, that's your opinion. I respect your opinion. Wear a damn mask.
Listen, and I'm not going to do this political. Ivalonce, he has the COVID vaccine shots. I do not. We don't sit here and say, why don't you or why do you? I know why he does. I support the reason why he does. It's an amazing reason why he does. I feel otherwise. You know what I mean? It's just how we feel. It doesn't make him right. Doesn't make me right. Doesn't make him wrong. Doesn't make me wrong. No. What we're saying is you're in public places, put a mask on. You want to stop the spread, put a mask on. So, and here's my thing. Now, we're all obviously MLW fans. We love product. We love wrestlers. If you're a wrestler and you're a fan, why do you want to give the opportunity not only for possibly them get you sick because they're traveling all over the place, but you get your favorite entertainer sick? That's not being much of a fan if you have the opportunity to get them sick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then because of us, the fans, you might be able to. We might have to go back to another shortage again, stoppage of fans going to the shows, and then we're stuck again with no fans. You know, and that sucks.
Yeah, and that's the part that I keep trying to let people know is the only thing that, and me and you both agree, the dopest part about not having fans there were zero spoilers.
That was it. That was it.
That was great. That made me feel like when I was a kid again, and I got to just enjoy wrestling for whatever it was, because there were no computers no online, because we did have like the Commodore 64 or whatever.
We have the computer back in the 80s.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there was no internet. You know what I mean?
Yes. True. That yes. That's
we were still playing Pong or whatever it was on.
That's true, because I had a Commodore VIC-20 back in the 80s with no internet. They didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I just knew you put a little card in there and play a game, and it was like the boop, 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 boop,
oh yeah,
on the Commodore, and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with this shit.
No, thanks. So these got a little harder to try to figure out what do we do to keep doing our MLW stuff, because we're getting no news, and if we do a specific little spot thing, one of us can come on here for 30 seconds and they're doing like I did with the Opera Cup thing. Oh, the Opera Cup's come back. All right, click by. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not fun. We enjoy doing these. So
and hopefully the Opera Cup will be somewhere here in the East Coast, maybe Boston, New York, Philly, that I could travel. See, right now everybody worried about COVID. I'm worried about getting clear so I could go to the October show in Philly with my back. Once I get cleared, I'm going back to Philly. I already got my ticket bought, and I'm just like, come on, man, let me get cleared, because I need to go to that show with my mask on, my Puerto Rican flag for LAX, Injustice, and the homie Hammerstone. And, of course, the judge, got to see the judge there dressed like Sagat. So, I'm waiting to get cleared, man, for the show.
Judge needs to come on here ready, man.
Yes.
I don't want to keep.
Judge, stop playing, Judge. I got Guile waiting, baby. I got Guile waiting. Boom.
See?
Sonic boom, baby. Sonic boom.
So listen, when we were talking about this, we were like, how we do it? The Opera Cup news came out that MLW will be exclusive to the Opera Cup and all that really good stuff. The last Opera Cup winner was none other than Filthy Tom Lawler. So I was like, damn, maybe we talk some Team Filthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of ties in with the last thing we did with the Opera Cup. And to be honest with you, Tom Lawler, if you look at his resume, he's a one-time MLW heavyweight champion. Bad respect to him already. Not only did he win the first Battle Riot, he's also the only Battle Riot member ever to be eliminated twice from the Battle Riot and one Battle Riot. And
I was there for that one.
And he also won the Opera Cup. So I was like, maybe, and let's face it, if I really wanted to, we would have been in a tuss-up for, I would have said Contra Unit, you would have said the Von Erichs, but because of the Opera Cup, we were like, yo, we'll do it with Team Filthy, which they do have a list, and I'm going to read them off because I'm only going to say the current.
Well, you know something though about Tom Lawler? He's also a MMA fighter.
Yes.
and and we see guys like, oh, he's one of these guys that's fighting little weak competition like Hager and CM Punk did or whatever. No, this dude's actually fighting real fighters. Like I
Yeah.
just saw him on his last fight there for the what was it called, the PBL or something, which is the one that for the $1 million, yeah, or something like that, which is the knuckle bear one for the $1 million trophy, price. He was low, on points or whatever, but he had his last fight. He beat the shit out of that dude, bro. Like they shit beat the crap out of him. And then when he got done, he took off his gloves and put him in the middle of the octagon, meaning that he was done, with the UFC fighting phase of his career. But the dude is a legit badass fighter, fighting real people, not no cable guy or direct TV guy or dish TV guy or one of those truckers that are bringing gas to Walmart or nothing like that. He's fighting real guys in the octagon, bro. So I mean, I respect to Tom Lawler, bro, because he's like out there fighting real fights.
And I'm first. You know what I will say?
Not no gimmick shit, man. Not no gimmick shit. Like, oh, I want to be I'm a wrestler. I want to be a fighter. He was the opposite. He was a fighter, then became a wrestler.
Yeah. Salute to CM Punk and AEW for that moment because I love the fans. Listen,
just to let you know, to the wrestlers out there on Twitter, I was crying at home. So if you want to send me some care packages, like that one guy who was crying that got caught on camera, I wasn't there, but I was crying at home. So if you want to send me something, please let me know. I'll give you sending you my address.
Oh, that's it's going to make it hard what I'm about to say because it's going to sound like I'm hating on CM Punk. Am I a fan of CM Punk? No. But when CM Punk went to the UFC, they fed him feeders. They fed him guys who they thought that he was going to mollywop.
Exactly.
So the gate price goes up like,
exactly.
Oh, he's legit. And then he got his ass whooped by feeders. No. Tom Lawler was fucking people up and real fighters.
Exactly. So, the same thing with Hager.
Yeah.
When he went to AEW, I mean, he fought direct TV guy in his first fight when he was AEW. His second fight looked like the guy from Coors, like the guy who's bringing the beer to the place. I mean, come on now. You're supposed to be those guys. Now, I will say this: Thunder Rosa, when Thunder Rosa fought in the Combatants one, they fed her a real fighter, which I was mad about that because that should have never happened. They should have fed her somebody who was low, 0-5, 1-6 or something like that. They didn't do that shit. Yeah, so like a warm up. Okay, we're gonna give you somebody who's good, but you should be better and you should beat her. And she got killed. They gave her somebody with a winning record out there, like, okay, let's make short work of on the Rosa. So I gave her to on the Rosa on that one. But like you said, if you want to bring the gate up, you feed on somebody smaller to get that interest going, and then the second fight you give them somebody better. Thunder Rosa got screwed from the beginning.
Oh yeah. And that was her first MMA fight. Like, you're supposed to at least work them in and get them used to the cage in a real fight. Like, especially because she has a name and she's bubbling. You give her a feeder.
But she held on for all her rounds. She didn't get knocked out or nothing like that. But still, though, she got beat.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go through the list of the names here, but I'm going to leave one person at the end because I'm going to ask you a question. Now, I know it's Tom Lawler, obviously. You got Dominic Guarini. You have Kevin Cole, who I'm a fan of. I love Kevin Cole. King Mo, Kid Osborne, we just see back at the Battle Riot.
Yep.
Also, and it's not on the list, is going to be King Mo.
We can't say that yet because it hasn't been on TV yet.
Oh, I'm going to have to... They're gonna be like,
that's the same thing I thought about it too. I said, hold on. I said, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, nobody knows about that yet because it hasn't happened yet.
So that's my bad for jumping the gun. But Now it's called Team Filthy, which we all know is Filthy Tom Lawler, right? We all know it's American Top Team. But would you say the voice of Team Filthy would be Dan Lambert?
Oh, Dan Lambert all the way.
All the way, okay.
All the way. All the way. And now, you know, Dan Lambert got his own little storyline there at AEW. So American Top Team is expanding. And then don't forget Team Filthy there in New Japan Wrestling. Are strong, New Japan strong. So I mean, so Team Filthy or American Top Team has their footprint in different locations. That right there is what you call a stable right there. They're in different companies trying to get their foot in different places. So I mean, and we all know if you follow UFC or MMA, American Top Team is one of the top legit promotions or MMA school, names or a club or whatever you want to call it. I mean, they have fighters from all sizes, shapes, genders, you know, male, females. They have everybody in there.
It's held a lot of gold in MMA.
Yes, I mean they have their own camp. I don't know where the camp is. I swear, Dallas? No, it said no.
Florida.
Florida. I'm sorry, Florida, right?
Yep. Because
it's a
what's
huge
his name? Oh yeah. I have one of my medical places where I go get my stuff is literally in the same area as American Top Team. I didn't even know it. Somebody was walking in. I won't say their name, but they're an AEW star. I was pulling in, seeing a person walk. I was like, "Ain't that?" And my wife was like, "Yeah, you gonna say what's up?" I was like, "Nah." Like I feel like shit. I'm going for a doctor visit. I don't want to go talk to nobody.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh snap! Okay, this is when he was just leaving Impact." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He trains at American Top Team. Dope. And then another day I walked over there. That place is huge. Like, and I was like, as much as I had like a little issue being a James Storm fan with the way I thought Anthem did James Storm dirty, losing to Dan Lambert, kind of getting kicked out of Impact. And I also didn't like the fact that it wasn't home. It wasn't in Orlando. You should have done that in Orlando so he gets to go walk. But my beef, I was like, I really don't like Dan Lambert. But the best part about me not liking Dan Lambert is I love Dan Lambert. Because if you don't like him, that means he's doing his job. Like, and the fan part of it.
And he's good. He's good on the mic. And he's a real fan of wrestling, which is something I love.
And the weird part is, when you're a fan, you get caught up in shit. Yeah. So I'm sitting there like, I'm in fuck American Top Team, blah, 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 fuck Dan Lambert. And when I was going home, I was like, wow, he got me like a kid again, getting all wrapped up and getting into my feelings with wrestling. I was like, Dan Lambert is a gangster.
Yeah, man, you got emotional, man. He got you in your emotional bag, man. He got you emotional. That was messed up, though.
Listen, that's the sign of a true heel. That's the sign of someone who knows how to work crowd. And I was like, yo, this guy is so legit. And he made me want to punch him in the face. I mean, listen, Dan Lambert's a legit mother. He'll probably, if I throw a punch, he'll probably grab my arm, break my arm, and beat me with my arm. But I was like, yo, I really dig this guy. He made me not like him. And it's been a while since I did not like somebody, and he did that. I was like, Dan Lambert gets all my respect because I don't like Dan Lambert, but I love Dan Lambert. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, Dan Lambert might just look at me and I might start crying right in front of him.
So what is he? Who did he bring to AEW? Who did he walk out with, or was it just him?
No, he brought two guys with him, but unfortunately, I don't remember because I was still a little knocked out from my first week, couple of days that I was home from the surgery. So unfortunately, I went blank on the name, dude, because I was still flying high. Yeah, from all the stuff they pumped into my system, bro.
No,
he had two legit fighters with him, though.
Was Dan Lambert part of that group that came out wanting to beef with Mike Tyson? because I remember MMA guys coming out, and I think Dominic Guarini was there too.
I mean, that
was a while ago. But I just remember like MMA guys really being there.
You know, Tyson, yes.
You know,
so I was like, American Tag Team or not.
So they're obviously one of the biggest stables to me, I think, in the wrestling industry because you see them everywhere.
Yeah. Of course, now, yes.
We do know that we had King Mo not only celebrated MLW, but King Mo had a little run in Impact Wrestling as well.
Yeah, very small.
He was with my lady, Madam Dixie.
Yeah, very small. We got a little bit of taste on him, and then once he moved to MLW, that's when they kind of just took the training wheels off. I said, okay, go do your thing, bro. Go show them what you got, and he's been showing it ever since. You know, and the thing that I like too about that is right now Team Filthy in MLW has a big feud with my boys, you know, the Von Erichs. So that was going to be the big show. Was going to be down in Dallas for that war chamber or chamber thing they were supposed to do. So, but I got some videos from the Von Erichs fighting against two guys from Team Filthy that I want to send you so you could take a little bit and put it on. So, you know, people can get excited for it that I found on my phone there messing around. And I was like, see, people are going to like this. You know, I always took out some little videos here and there.
We're going to have to figure out a way to edit like a little teaser without pissing.
Yes, without putting too much out there. So, yeah, man, but, you know, that's one of the big feuds there is them against the Von Erichs right now is there, you know, and he's been feuding with them for, I want to say, like 2 years when he turned on the Von Erichs. Down in Texas at that. Down in Dallas. That was back in 2019 when that happened.
What I will say is Tom Lawler is grimy as anyone else. Like, the way he moves around, he has no F's given. None. Like, he just does whatever he feels like doing. And he's great at it. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, I got to edit out who I said it was. I said, but was that the people who were feuding with the Von Erichs at the show? Were they the tag team?
Not them. I know the team from Team Filthy though.
Okay.
Boku and the guy who said who?
Kevin Koo?
Yeah, Kevin Koo, and then the guy who said he said Von Erich, like a legitimate son of Von Erich. Yes. That was the ones that they were feuding with them, and Tom Lawler there on the show. They're mainly them.
Okay, so listen, I'm excited for that because I don't know.
And then King Mo with the other guy, that was the surprise one that he joined them or asked them, and he accepted. So he's there. Then they're trying to recruit somebody else. But I don't know if he's gonna join them or not yet. That was the build up during the show in Philly.
And that's supposed to lead into the Texas thing.
Into the Texas thing to see if he's definitely gonna join them, you know, going forward or not. So if he does, Team Filthy is gonna be even more deadlier than they already now if this other guy joins that. But like I said, this is being built up there, but you know, no spoilers. But if this guy already joined, which makes him already lethal. If this other guy joins them, forget about it. It's gonna be impossible. To beat Team Filthy down there in any company. I mean, imagine if Team Filthy can actually take the guys from MLW and join Lambert in AEW or something like that. You know, if that ever happens, you know, this forbidden door that everybody keeps talking about. But we all know, you and I, because we're already, you know, seeing so much shit happen in our lifetimes. We know politics nowhere, no matter what they say. Politics is always there.
And you know
No
what?
matter what anybody says.
Is like the only people who lose with those politics is the fans.
Yes. Yes.
Because
That's it.
if like I love Impact Wrestling. Do I watch it? No, I haven't enjoyed it. If it pops up again or one of my favorite people go over there, yeah, I'll watch it. You know what I mean? Like, but I'll tell you what I would have really enjoyed, and it would have got me to say, oh, maybe I do need to start watching this again. If AEW would have said, you know what, let's have Impact invade us, even if it's just one time, and you mollywop them every time after that. If all of a sudden the Impact guys are in Daly's place in different areas, Moose and Sammy Callahan and Eddie Edwards and Chris Bay with the Bullet Club and, you know, all these things. If you would have done that, it would have been like, oh, Impact is not playing. Even if they lose every single week, you still let them in your place. They look just as strong. And, you know, you can always win if there's 8 matches, you could win 6 out of 8. You know, you could do that. You could always do that. But the fact that they won't let nobody come over there and you see those people everywhere else or now on N.W.A, you're like, damn, we're seeing MLW's Dan Lambert and AEW. So you're seeing guys in AEW, but you're not seeing AEW guys anywhere else outside of Kenny Omega. You know, Kenny Omega is the only one.
Oh, the Good Brothers.
For the Good Brothers. But see, and that's my thing. Like, what's this group with Pentagon Jr., Phoenix, and
Death Triangle.
The Death Triangle. Can you imagine the Death Triangle versus the Von Erichs? The Death Triangle versus Contra Unit or Team Filthy or VBD and Impact. If you start doing this cross-promotion stuff, listen, there's only one real enemy when you're everyone else. It's WWE and then everybody else. Now, is there a pecking order? Absolutely. I would say it's WWE, AEW, and then, you know, whoever else is 3, 4, 5, I don't care. But that's the 1 and 2.
And I like how you said it. That was really first. People think just because what AEW has been doing and going on 2 years. No, I'll say if AEW is here in year 5, or give me year 10, that AEW is here for year 10, 8 years from now, I'll say AEW is number 1 over everybody else, and WWE is second. But as long as Uncle Vince is still pulling those strings in WWE, and he has the will to fight and the will to be evil and destroy everybody in front of him, WWE is always going to be number 1. No matter that CM Punk came in and took the wind out of wrestling and brought excitement back in his return. Doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever. Because what happened the following day, they brought back Becky Lynch in one of the crappiest matches ever against that. She did. Oh, dude, that shit was horrible. That was so disrespectful to Bianca Belair, to the fans, that she just shook her and put. And dude, no, man, you don't do that. No, you don't do that. And then you bring back Brock Lesnar. That's 2-1 on CM Punk. They just neutralize each other right there. You know, so. You know, give me year 10 of AEW that is here for 8 more years from now, and then I will say this. But WWE is always going to be number 1 no matter what.
Listen, and this is no breaking news. If anybody's been following us, I've lived in Florida almost 10 years, all right? I was in Walmart 2 days ago. Guess what I could see every day I walk in Walmart? John Cena shirts, Becky Lynch stuff. I don't see Bullet Club shirts. I don't see AEW shirts. Now, I see the figures. I see the toys. I'll see that every time I go in there. But there are WWE sections. If I go into Target, there are WWE sections. There's no AEW sections outside of them filling up one side for WWE, one side for AEW. Action figures. But when it comes to DVDs, guess what? You get a 2015 Royal Rumble in Walmart. They got a whole area of just WWE DVDs. You got WWE shirts, DVDs, action figures, They even got like a John Cena like little tricycle thing. So
Look at that.
So when you sit there and you're an AEW fan, and I'm not shitting on any fan base, but you can't sit there and say,
yeah, AEW owns Journey. So if you want AEW stuff, go to Journey.
What's Journey?
That's a store, like a t-shirt store. That they sell shirts and stuff like that. A lot of stuff in there. If you
like, that other wrestling store, it's in like Chicago. Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah, that's in Chicago. This is Journey. They have them on all the malls.
Okay,
like
okay.
It's like a mall store, but if you go there, you'll find all AEW stuff in there.
It's like Hot Topic or whatever.
Yes, I'm sorry. Hot Topic. I'm sorry. It's Hot Topic, not Journey. Hot Topic.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what Journey is.
Yeah, Journey's another store. I'm sorry. That's a female store. But Hot Topic, you go to Hot Topic, that's all AEW stuff in there.
Okay, but I got Walmart 5 minutes from me.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Like an hour to Orlando for the ball.
Yeah.
But
exactly. Hot Topic is all the malls. But if you go outside the mall, you're gonna see Walmart, and like you say in Florida, you're gonna see all WWE stuff. So once again, the point you're trying to make, WWE rules the world.
Yeah, and then to negate that, if this forbidden door was played the right way, and you do see N.W.A. with AEW, you see the women there. You see the women from N.W.A., and it's not just one or two now. You're seeing like 4 or 5. So you're seeing the women come over, do some things. We got some AEW women that are now on N.W.A. So you're seeing the ladies progress that way. If you said, you know what? Look at what Impact's doing with New Japan, right? You're like, okay, we dig that. If now you play into it, because they had that guy Kenta at one point, and we didn't see nothing else after that. So you're like, all right, don't know what happened there, whatever. But if you go, man, we can work with some Ring of Honor. We can mess with some MLW. We can mess with Impact Wrestling. You're getting all the best wrestlers everywhere in just say United States. You're getting all of them in New Japan versus WWE. At that point, if I'm signing to any of these companies, my brand could be seen on so many levels. If I'm an ROH guy and I can wrestle in MLW or Impact Wrestling or New Japan or just go down the list. But once again, politics comes into this. So I hate politics. I hope that we get to see guys like King Mo, guys like Kevin Koo, Tom Lawler in AEW. I would love for it to transition from MLW working with Impact Wrestling. I think guys like Team Filthy or Contra Unit would be perfect to go against BBD. You know what I mean? I would love Myron Reed to go against Chris Bay or Trey Miguel versus Jordan Oliver. There are so many amazing matches that you could have.
Imagine Hammerstone against Moose.
Oh,
dude, that's like the battle of the bulls in that match right there. 2 humongous 6 feet, 280 something pounds, 300 pounds monsters in physical peak condition, going at it for 10-15 minutes, nothing but power moves.
Oh my God!
I would love to see that. I just said that in my match, and my head just exploded just thinking about it.
Yeah,
like, whoa, that'd be some shit right there.
There's so many opportunities to sit back and say, man, this would be some real fire stuff. Just people got to stop worrying about, damn, are we gonna look weaker? Are they gonna look stronger? No, sit down, get a war room with the other people. I don't know. Listen, I don't know who the main people of Anthem is. I don't know if it's Scott D'Amore and whoever else. If it's all Scott D'Amore, cool. Say, hey, Scott D'Amore, I need you to come sit down. We'll sit you down with Cesar El Jefe and Court Bauer. The 3 of us, we don't leave this room until we're all happy. No politics. They're all grown men. They've all been in this industry for so many years. Let's make something that we change the game. And if they do that, you're looking at something we've never seen before. Or not me anyway.
Yeah, that's why they call WWE the universe for a reason. It's the universe, which is them. Nothing else exists outside of that. That's their belief, and their fan base believes that too.
Which is, listen, it's fine. You know what? As much as I do not enjoy WWE, there's no slight, no nothing. If that's your favorite promotion, God bless, enjoy. Because I will never tell somebody what they enjoy is wrong. That's why you're enjoying it, because you enjoy it. But the WWE fan base is the most loyal, spending money fan base I've ever seen. And I'm talking, I'm a Bills guy. I'm a Bills Mafia guy. I might have one jersey. I'm not going to go crazy spending money on stuff that's not me. So, like I support me. But Bills Mafia is super loyal. These people are super loyal, and they're not even close to the WWE fans. Like, you go in and look at, just put WWE hashtag on your Instagram, and you'll just see people's entire basements full of every not bobblehead, Funko Pops and ring bells.
Whatever. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're just loyal like that. So you got to do something, because at some point, I see MLW taking that next step. I see them growing. COVID is playing with it, though, because before I put them over Impact, but I can't even do that now because Impact's still running shows.
Yep.
I'm not going to watch older stuff. So I don't have MLW for, a month already now? Almost 2? So,
yeah, because Battle Riot.
And then we didn't have something before that either. We didn't have it for a little while before that.
So because they took a little break in between.
We had a big gap. COVID obviously is affecting everything. So we get that. There's got to be, if you have to do it like Impact, do a marathon taping to get it done. Unfortunately, you got to do what you got to do. I don't know.
If Ring of Honor is still doing it, and Impact is still doing it, and N.W.A is still doing it, those are in the same average
Right.
money average or whatever. Yeah, plateau. So if those guys are doing it and they're still doing it, there's no reason why you can't do the same thing. Go to a specific locale and just stay there for 2 days, 3 days, like they were doing before when they were doing it from New Rochelle, when the home base is at, before they decide to go back to traveling again. Go back there again, next month, and do those shows for September there in New Rochelle in 2 or 3 days and do it there.
Or keep it in Philly. Turnout was great.
Yeah, shit.
I mean, you were there. You were there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't even know their home base was in New Rochelle. Like,
me either.
I didn't know that. New Rock City. Shout out to everybody in New Rock. I used to play ball over there too. But at this point, you got to put something out.
And then right now, Ring of Honor did their night 1 and night 2 from Philly, and they were adhering to the COVID, so it wasn't full like it was down when I went, but it was full for what they had set up with the COVID thing. So
if you have to produce it the way they did before, I'm fine with that. Like,
me too.
My youngest hasn't watched wrestling since, I say, like, probably the taping before Impact left. He was already starting to get tired of the way they were filming things, and he wasn't really enjoying it. So, it became me and my wife, and we were going. So me and my oldest, we were like, yo, let's go watch Battle Riot together. I didn't get to watch it the night that it came out. I was, dealing with some family stuff. Sat on my big-ass couch, and I'm sitting there like this. We're enjoying it. And my youngest comes over. He's like, what's this? I said, this is that MLW stuff. He goes, oh, that's the Josef Samael interview thing, right? I was like, yeah, something like that. And he was like, is he going to be in it? I said, yeah. He goes, what about the Chinese guy? I said, Ikuro Kwon? He said, yeah, that guy. I said, yeah, he's going to be in it. He was like, oh, I want to see that guy. So he parked his little ass. Well, he's taller than me now. He parked his ass over there, and he sat there like this. And at the end of it, he was like, when's the next show? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, next week. When's the next show? I was like, I don't know. And now you got a casual who just randomly watched it, enjoyed it, but now that buzz of Battle Riot is fading. He's not known for it.
Oh, and Chef, by the way, Chef, everybody's taller than you, so don't feel bad.
You know, like, listen, I'm 5'7.5". I'm not tall. You know what I'm saying?
On a good day.
On a good day with high sneakers.
Yes.
So my son walks up. He's like, "Yo, what's up, little guy?" And I'm like, "Yo, relax. Like, you're the same size as me." And then I put, I got crazy hair, so I pushed my hair down, and the wife stood him behind me, and he's 5'8" at 14. So now I'm little guy because he's the tallest one in my family. So he's taller than his 20-year-old brother. So
Already? Oh, geez.
yeah. So now he walks past you and he tries to do the shoulder bump thing, and like, yo, watch out, little people. And we're like, yo, you keep playing, but I mean, listen, all in all,
yeah, man, the balls, man. If they're losing the balls, we need Kurt Bauer to come back and give us something, man. He's like, he went on radio silence right now for a couple of days.
Yeah. I mean, it kills me because MLW kind of put out a teaser thing, like if there was an action, like if we came out with an action figure set, who would be that first series? I dig that, but if you are, kind of throw out a real teaser. You know what I mean? Let's not just throw out some random stuff to throw out some random stuff. Because will I have fun with that? Yeah, we've been saying Impact needs that for years. Do I like the little micro brawlers or whatever they're called? Yeah. Would I get them? Probably not. If there's a Contra unit set, maybe, I don't know. But if they had like real figures like AEW and stuff, you best believe I'd actually start getting my Contra unit guys. I'd build like a little Contra unit section.
I got Proud and Powerful.
My son's got that.
I got Santana and Ortiz. I got the figures right there in the closet. Or still inside the box. Those babies are not ever gonna get open. I want them to get signed.
It's cool because when they came out, that's like his first faction that he's seen. You know what I mean? Like he loved James Storm. Obviously, that's the big homie. The Revolution didn't pop like that. DCC didn't pop like that. So when we were going to Impact, BDC, it didn't last as long as people think.
No,
especially when I'm at the tapings. That was the marathon tapings. We went I think it was like
3 months tapings. It was at that time they were doing like 3 month tapings.
Dude, I think we went. It was just on the 14 days straight. It was like 12. It was like 11 or 12 days, and my wife is leaving work early every one of those days except for Saturday or Sunday. Kids are running out of school trying to do their stuff mad quick, do it in the house. We seen that, and before the last day, they were already disbanded. So what you might have saw on TV, we knew this wasn't even a thing no more. So
yeah, on TV, it was like 3 months on TV before they broke up. They started and then broke up. Yeah.
And LAX comes out, and that was his group. I had one of my boys. He always bring a Puerto Rican flag. LAX always took our flag. Everywhere you see, we always gave him the flag. Here, me and Scott Steiner got into like a crazy argument. I'm glad they didn't put that on Impact because he tried to grab the flag from my boy. I grabbed it back. He's like, "Let it go," and me and him had some crazy words. But that was his group. So when AEW dropped those figures, he was like, "Look, I don't watch wrestling no more, but I want my guys." So we grabbed him. He put him up on his dresser with all his other gaming stuff and everything else, and those are his guys. But once again, he's excited because not only did we interview guys like Josef Samael, Ikuro Kwon, he's like, "Oh snap!" He sees Josef Samael spiking people in the head. He's like, "Oh man, this is crazy." He's seeing Alex Kane suplex Calvin Tankman, Judge throwing people around. Alex Hammerstone, he was a little pissed off with the Alex Hammerstone thing because he's like, how does he lose a 5-on-1? And I was like, what's Alexander Hammerstone? I was like, first off, look at him. He's a beast. Oh, no, he knows it already. He was like,
the future MLW heavyweight champion, baby. Come on, man, stop playing.
Oh, man, he walks out, he goes, "Oh, man, Evil Lone says got to be excited now." And I was like, what? Like, it was so weird. His first thought process was, how could he win? And Eva Alonso must be happy. And we're laughing.
Dude,
But
I was popping with joy, and I was crying in the stand. Like, oh, Hammerstone!
but it was so cool because, like, I love watching wrestling with my kids. Like, it's fun to me. You know what I mean? Like, as a dad, it's fun. And I'm sitting there, and when oh my God, who was it that was it Los Parks that he entered? Like, he tried to act like
Yeah, LA Park.
LA Park. He tries to come out like LA Park. My son doesn't know he's a heavier guy. So he's like, oh, that mask is fire. And I'm like, so I tell Bill Vick, yo, Bill Vick, like, that's not LA Park. Like, he was like, nah, he's way too thin. So he's like, nah, that guy is ripped. Like, and we're laughing. They take the mask off. He's like, yo, hold up, they eliminated that guy. So we're laughing because he was into it. You know what I mean? Like,
that was the funniest part of the night when Lawler came out and and they ripped the mask and it's him for the second time, and you're like, oh shit.
yeah, yeah.
And the crazy thing is, people didn't know if he was really LA Park or not. But us that we know, we're like, that's not him. Like, no, that dude lost like 50 pounds in a week.
I give him credit because his motion was very LA Park. Like, I was like, oh snap! Like, whoever's under this is killing it. I knew it wasn't, but I was like, this person, the mannerisms are like LA Park, the chair with LA Park. I was like, oh snap! Like,
I never thought it was him till he got unmasked. I was like, oh shit, Lawler, what the hell?
It's weird because I know a little while before we said Tom Lawler don't care. He does whatever he wants. But the way I see Tom Lawler, I don't see him as a goofy guy. I see him as a badass. Like, he don't seem like the kind of guy who smiles and laughs and jokes around. That he must have had so much fun. Like, I don't have to. Yeah, I don't have to be, filthy Tom Lawler. I could actually just have fun with this. And I was like, man, that's the part of wrestling I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
This is why I'm still here loving wrestling, bro.
Oh, man.
I still enjoy it. And I watch everything. You'll see me here. My nephews, nieces, they'll come in and, what you doing? Oh, he watching wrestling. They know already. If it's at nighttime or even during the day, the weekends, I'm catching up on something on YouTube. I'm trying to, catch as much as possible.
I got a question for you. Your nephew went to the show.
Yes.
Did he enjoy it?
Oh, he loved it.
Is he going back?
Well, if everything works out, because school's already starting September. So if he comes with us, it'll be that Saturday if I'm clear to go. If I'm able, my daughter tells me, okay, you're good to start driving again and shit like that. So, which I'm hoping. If that clears up, he's going again. So he's definitely going with us.
Who's his favorite? He has to have a favorite.
Well, he loves everybody with a mask. So if they have a mask, he loves, like Shenji, Mil Muertes. But when he saw LAX and he saw there's guys like me wrestling my own blood Taínos, he flipped out like my brother, who's not a wrestling fan. But when he saw LAX and he saw how hype I got and he saw how hype they were getting, he got hyped just because he just like, oh shit. I was like, what? Those are Puerto Rican guys. And then he remembered Conan from back in the N.W.A days, NWO, from 20 years ago. So he's like, oh, that's Conan. Like, yep, that's Conan. And he was hyped though. And like I said, he's not even a wrestling fan, but that dude was screaming up and down. And he's 46.
Dude, I loved it. I loved it. Listen, I think the whole crew looks good. We've obviously interviewed Danny Limelight. Like,
Danny Limelight, shout out to Danny Limelight. La Bodega, baby, the Bodega.
Joe Rib got a lot of awards too.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
I don't know when it's dropping, but what I will say, and it's no slight.
I keep asking him about that. Like, when is it dropping on stream, or when can you purchase it? But right now it just hit the premiere in LA like 2 weeks ago. So I'm pretty sure he's waiting for that run to drag down before it gets down to like distribution. Yeah, to distribution through platforms and streaming. Because once it drops, I'm watching it. And once it becomes on sale, I'm buying it because it's him. And we got to support, got to support the Puerto Rico dude.
When we interviewed him, he said he wanted to kind of feel like John Wick, right?
Yes.
And I literally just finished watching John Wick, right? And I didn't know we were going to talk about this. This is all three of them so far. And I was like, I love John Wick. Like, if you make a movie like John Wick and you're a Boricua like we Boricuas, I'm going to support it, because listen, I don't want to hear this own, that own. Listen, if you're a Hispanic or anybody from my culture, that can be black, it can be white, anybody that I feel comes from my urban environment, I'm going to support you because I'm not going to go support, Dolce and Gabbana and Louis Vuitton. Those ain't my people. They're not from my struggle. So
what's that CC name? The CC
Coach?
Yeah, dude, I never knew that's what that was. What it was called. Yeah. I thought it was. I was called the CC brand.
No, Chanel. I think you're talking Chanel.
Yeah, it was like 2 C's or whatever.
Yeah,
I always thought that was. I never knew that was what the name was. I was called the CC brand, and everybody always make fun of me because I don't know what the hell that meant. And I thought for a minute I thought it was like a DC comic thing because like the two letters together. I could have saw a DC. I was like, oh, they people are doing now comic stuff now. And they go, what are you talking about? Like the DC thing, like a CC. And I'm like, oh, shit, I don't know anything about that stuff.
That's my thing. Like, everybody wants to support outside of the culture. And I'm like, nah, I keep it in my culture. And like I said, it doesn't have to be Hispanic. We are very, very prideful of our flag. And,
urban, baby.
Yeah, if it ain't urban, I really don't bang with it. I love, like I said, it don't matter if you're white, black, Asian, red, green. I don't care if your mothership is from Mars. If you're from where and you've been through that struggle, I'm going to support you. I don't know. Listen, if anybody knows who makes these El Jefe hats, please tell me. I've Googled it. I can't find it. I know it's supposedly some Mexican guy from L.A. I can't find nothing. I love this hat. And this hat is nothing, bro. It's like 88.8, and that's it. And I've tried the 88.com, and I'm looking. I can't find it. And my thing is, I don't care what you do. I don't care whatever. If I like your product, I'm going to support it, especially being from the environment. Joe Riv Pops, I want it. I'm going to get it. What I will say, though, LAX and MLW, I thought that Slice Boogie had the strongest showing from what we seen. That interview that we seen, and he was all fired up. He knew how to speak to Philly. Like where I felt that Rivera, a.k.a. Danny Limelight, Joe Riv, I felt he talked about him. He did the It's the Radioactive Poppy, what's up? I get that. And you know what? People did know because you were just on AEW, you were on Championship Wrestling Hollywood. You doing your thing. But when Slice Boogie was like, yo, Philly, Jersey, New York, what up? What up? What's up? Like, anybody that knows anything, when those words start coming out, you get mad hyped up. And he left every coast that was close because, listen, Philly is close to Jersey.
Yep.
New York is right around the corner. So anyone from New York, New Jersey, and Philly, as soon as they said that, it's ignorant ass people. We're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, what up? What up?" You know what I mean? Like, he killed it, and I was like, "Okay." Slice Boogie not only was doing his thing there, but he was looking real hot, and N.W.A. as well. We've been talking about, so we've been hyped on this before LAX came back. We did a show saying that LAX will come back, and we wanted King Fatboy Papa Wesco, who's the big homie, Danny Limelight, a.k.a. Rivera, who's in the new LAX, and Slice Boogie, we said, who's in the new LAX. We're only missing one person.
Yep.
This group that we were like, yo, we would love to see a new LAX focused around them. Conan, I don't know if you stole our shit, but kudos to you because you were smart enough to do it. But please get my man King Fatboy Papa win. If you can't get him in there,
I want some female. Damn it, Mercedes Martinez, and Ivelisse. Damn it, that's a wrap right there. That's a wrap. You get Ivelisse and Mercedes Martinez, forget about it. They're gonna put the whole women lockdown roster on lockdown there. They're gonna take the women's championship. They're gonna take every damn tag team title there is for females. But now, right there, it's over. Bring them two together. Bring them back together. It's over.
And I would like to see a big name guy as a solo guy, because I would like to see Slice Boogie and Rivera as a tag team. I think they would be great. But I want to see a big name guy kind of be their solo star.
To be the solo.
And, you know, because I want to see LAX, because, I mean, let's be honest with you. I can't see LAX really, and I love LAX. I can't see them competing legit against Team Filthy. I can't see them. They don't have the numbers, and they don't have body. Like if you put them against Contra, you go, okay, well, I'm going to put Mads Kruger against Slice Boogie, and then who can handle Jacob Fatu? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you still have Ikuro Kwon, who could go against Rivera, or the Iranian Super Soldier Dabari, or Simon Gotch, and then you still got Fatu, and then you have all these.
And Josef is still out there.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have so many big monsters and Team Filthy.
Yeah,
it's even
4 or 5 guys.
They're even
Barneri's only 2, and Joseph's only 2.
Yeah, and then even with the Von Erichs, it might be 2 guys, but those are not small dudes.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
If they want to bring all the grandkids and stuff into it, but they're not old enough yet.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many guys, and this is the great part about MLW is you can fit in lanes. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many opportunities, and with Azteca Underground, I don't know. We still don't know what's going on with Azteca Underground.
That's the thing too. Like you said, the momentum, man, it was there, and then it keeps fading because now we're still sitting here asking the same questions every time when the answer was just right there. And now,
yeah, I mean, when Lucha Underground came on Netflix, I watched it with my youngest because I never got into it on El Rey. I was like, it's I don't know if I'm going to like this. I never messed with it. And then people were like, yo, I really think you're going to like this because it's really hood. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Watched it on Netflix. We enjoyed it. I was like, oh, Prince Puma's legit. Ricky Reyes, that was our first ever interview and our first show. He wound up being like
playing like from.
Yeah, you had King Huertas killing people.
Legit killing people. And then coming back to life afterwards.
Yeah, Dario Cueto got shot and lived. Like, he was doing, like, Pablo Escobar type stuff. So, there was so many.
And now he's back under his new identity, because he got moved from Mexico to the States on their Cesar Duran now. That's forward. So.
I seen the teaser. And it wasn't fan-made. It was something that they put out, and they showed the Gift of the Gods belt. But it's a teaser for MLW with Azteca Underground. I was like, I still think whatever's going on with El Rey and saying that they want wrestling, I think Azteca Underground's going to be that thing. I really think they're going to.
I know El Rey just came out again, I want to say, last week on streaming now. So it's now on a streaming network now. So that's
the opportunity is sitting there.
Yes.
And you could trust the persons you knew before. You could trust Conan. Yep. You could trust El Jefe. You've been dealing with them and working with them for years. Guess what? Now we have another banker, which would be MLW. Yep. They're backing us. We'll figure out production. And they're there. We need, at that point, I think they understand their faults with what they were doing with MLW, with Lucha Underground. But now we have everything new. It could work. But like you said, the buzz. I'm now, and I love MLW, and I'm sitting here talking about, you said the end of August we was getting out the series. We're in the end of August, yo. Like, I need one. I need something. Give us something until. And if you got to, obviously, whatever you were going to film in Texas, shoot it in October. whatever you were going to do from July, put that in September.
Exactly.
You got to work this the way it's got to be done, because losing steam sucks.
Yeah.
We're sitting here just trying to entertain MLW fans. So we're going to do the series where we'll talk some about these wrestlers, these factions, you know, and
don't forget, our next one is going to be the Fun
we have Team Filthy with Tom Waller turning his back on them, and we lead that up to War Chamber. So I know you're excited about that. Have we hit everything?
Last night, since you told me this 2 days ago, we're going to do this. Last night, I don't know why, I'm up to like 5 in the morning just reading everything on the Von Erichs. Every family member, watching videos on YouTube, watching them go up against the Freebirds. Dude, my blood was flowing when you mentioned about our next show being about the Von Erichs, man. I'm already like, I already knew stuff, but I was trying to get more stuff and watching the Von Erichs go up against the Freebirds down in the Cotton Bowl in 1984 in front of 50, 60,000 fans outside.
Wait. We're going to shoot that on Thursday.
Huh?
Hold on, listen. So today's Tuesday, right?
Yes.
This will drop Wednesday at 5 p.m. We'll do it on Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be, unfortunately, back in Miami, but that will drop Friday at 5 p.m. So we'll give them like that day to do what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? We'll edit it. I still got to obviously fix what I said earlier because I almost spoiled it. But listen, we covered everything. We talked some CM Scrub stuff. You know, we hit everything. We talked our Team Filthy. I love Team Filthy. I think they're hilarious. I think they're a badass group. We're going to do some Von Erichs next. What we do, maybe we do some Contra Unit after that. I don't know. Am I doing justice? We'll see what we do. But, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. It's www.urbanwrestlingnetwork.com, the only place to get the best podcast in the game. Also, where we got Master Bryce B. Dollar, and we've been chopping it up with him. We're going to start doing some big shows together, so that's going to be pretty fun.
And just for Mr. B. Dollar, man, I told you yesterday, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate all the hard work that you always put in, all those reviews of all the wrestling shows. Majority of the time, I can't even watch the shows. Like I said, I was still recovering. I just listen to your stuff and just catch up because I get everything in less time than watching it. Listen to you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us here at Urban Wrestling Network and doing your thing. We love you, man. No homo. And we can't wait till we start working a good shit with those big shows like Big Chef just mentioned, bro. Keep up the good work, homie.
Absolutely. I love the kid. I think he's really good. I hope you guys go over. If not, when he comes on here, I'm going to have him tell you how to find his stuff as soon as he comes on. So if you bang out with us, definitely. This kid covers everything. If two squirrels run in front of his window and suplex each other, he's got a podcast about the two squirrels that are freaking thugging it out. Ladies and gentlemen, facts. UrbanWrestlingNetwork.com. Y'all know what it is. We out of here. Deuces.